Hello. Um, it's a tough one this week. I'm still not even 100% sure where I'm going to go, and I'll probably forget some stuff I was thinking of, but that's probably good because I tend to ramble on a little too much. Yeah, so freedom of speech, I mean, it's obviously easy to say, yes, I am in favor of it, but, you know, where do we draw a line? Do we draw a line? I think we do. I think we do draw a line. I mean, there is a line drawn. Not you can't. While we have freedom of speech, you can't yell fire in a crowded movie theater. Um, you know, you can. I can say I don't like your channel because I don't like your opinions, or I don't like watching short people. I don't know. I love your channel, so I have a couple of the reason, but I can't say don't watch your channel because you promote child pornography. That's not protected by freedom of speech. That would be considered slander. Um, so I think of freedom of speech, I more of just expressing the freedom to express any opinion we have, whether it it's even hateful or not. And I feel the ability of the right of freedom of speech is what made our country what it is. I mean, there are a lot of opinions that weren't popular at one point that we have totally changed our thinking of. Most of us, at least in this country, who knows where we'd be without freedom of speech? Would there have been an end to slavery or at least segregation? Would women be able to vote? Would gays be able to marry? And well, I'm guessing you and most of your fans probably agree with those things. There are people who feel the other way, and they are entitled to those opinions and to express them. Um, and even when you're dealing with the hate speech, it sucks. But I hate to say they're just words because I know the impact words can have on people, but they are just words, and people have the right to hate who or what they want. I always feel I guess where I get a little iffy on that is the over the top, the cyberbullying you hear about where someone kills themselves. And that's where I'm not sure. I feel people, if someone doesn't like someone, they should be able to say it. But it's hard not to have sympathy the other way. As for the hate groups, you said you're surprised by the amount of people who would agree with people on these sites, and you hope most of them didn't really believe that. I would tend to think if there's a site dedicated to hating a group of people, most of the people on that site do probably agree with that. But I would just say, even if there are a lot of people on that site, it's really just a small percentage of people overall. They just found each other. But I think when you see comments like that on, in a comment section like YouTube, I know a couple of times watching your YouTube gaming videos for Escapist, all of a sudden you'd see someone, post the same thing over and over again. Like I hate, and people, and that I believe is just someone. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I believe when you see stuff like that, it's just someone trying to get under people's skin and get attention. Uh, any way they can. Even if it's negative. Uh, but yeah, I believe. Well, I wish they didn't exist. I believe these hate groups have the right to have their sites and voice their opinions as long as they're not doing anything illegal. And I think what you got to where I think it's a tricky situation is you're talking about if a bunch of people are discussing how to rape or murder someone, but didn't actually do it. I know I've had discussion with my friends. Could we get away with murder or robbing a bank? How would we go about it? Never actually do it. It's almost more about treating it like a puzzle. Like how could you do about it and not get caught? But I'm just imagining if I had this conversation on video and someone saw it and use it to commit the crime, and then my friend and I guilty. So I'm very hesitant to say someone just talking about doing something, and that's why I feel intent is important in that, but it's hard to improve. It's hard to prove intent. Um, if you're giving specific instructions to someone, go here and you can buy a gun from this person, and this is the alarm code to this person's house. Yes, that I feel you're an accessory to the crime. Uh, but so yeah, I think there is a gray area in what you could say, and I guess agree with you and say I don't really know for sure where to draw the line. One other thing I was thinking about was, you know, you like talked about someone hiring a hitman. If obviously hiring a hitman is illegal, but like, what about a middle person, the middleman? Someone doesn't hire a hitman, but says, "Hey, I know where you can find the hitman." I would think again they would be guilty of something. It not doesn't wouldn't be covered by freedom of speech. You know, like an accessory to a crime or something. But I think most people would feel that way. But again, if you feel that way about Hitman, it's you. I think if you not feel that way for anybody who gave information for any crime, the guy who tells an underage kid that the store down the street sells alcohol to underage kids, he's guilty too. I mean, it's not the same at the same level, and it shouldn't be the same, you know, charge. But the point I guess I was trying to make is that no matter how, whether it's a horrible crime or what seems like a harmless crime, you should be, you know, person should be accountable for what they say, and whether you agree with the law or not, if you are helping someone break a law. But as I was thinking about this, I was taking two totally opposite, I don't say totally opposite, but two extremes uh, in helping someone, do something illegal. Uh, but I started thinking, well, what if you looked at it a different way and, a woman who is being beaten by her husband and her children are being abused or sexually abused, and someone says, you know what, I know how you can take care of this. Here's a hitman. I'm not saying it's the right way to go about it, but be a little more sympathy. And let's change the alcohol thing to someone telling an 8-year-old kid, hey, the guy down the street, go down the street and the guy will give you alcohol. And the kid, 8-year-old kid, drinks a couple of beers and, walks in the street and gets hit by a car. So, yeah, I feel like I got way off topic. But yeah, I do believe in freedom of speech and the ability to express, or the right to express whatever opinion you have. Um, as long as, but not that doesn't, but more about the opinion and not about, you don't have the ability to say whatever you want. That's where I guess I kind of draw the line. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure where I fall, with, you know, verbally attacking a specific person, what that can lead to. It's, obviously, I agree with you. There's much more great stuff with the internet, but unfortunately, not just these hate sites, but you know, it's another avenue for, obviously, kids to bully each other, but people in general to bully each other, whether it's kids or people attacking, you on YouTube or something. But one of the things I was thinking about is the one good thing that could come out of it is maybe you can change someone's opinion. Uh, if you have someone who's grown up hating a certain group of people because his parents did and that's just what he learned, and maybe you he has a discussion with enough people online, maybe it can turn his opinion. I've actually seen a discussion at a YouTube comment page where someone changed his mind and apologized. So it is possible for people to change their mind, although I don't know, maybe rare. Uh, yeah, so that's just a few of my thoughts. Just like I said, babbled on too long, but thanks for listening and have a Merry Christmas. All right, bye.